So we're going to go right into crazy plumbing and right here, and then we'll step down here to the next one. Now look at this here. This is a radiator. Now we still got a lot of radiator heaters. Them are the ones that go inside the home. It's got the, the tubes going around it. Well, somebody had a leak on their radiator heater, and they thought, well, I know how to fix that. We just tie this rag around it. Look at that. They tied a rag around it. And of course, naturally that stops all leaks, right? A rag tied around it, they don't ever get too wet. I just couldn't believe that when they did that. And you find you see this more regularly than you might think as I go along and show some more. Now, okay, so here we go. So we got another leak right here. Got a leak right here coming right out of this is going to my washer machine. And, the plumbing all kind of rough looking. Instead of actually fixing the plumbing, how about we just put, let's see, where my cursor at? We just put a little rag around it right there. Ain't that fun? That's it. Oh, so there's another rag type leak. Now, that's another one we found. What's going on down there? You're going to find a lot of raggy things happening to some of this stuff. Now, here's one. The plumber, I don't quite know what he's doing here, but we got several things happening in this crazy video I want to share with you. This is an older home. You can see it's a stone and mortar foundation, and this is a crawl space. So you got some wires laying on the ground and my drain, which I wanted to share with you because then I got my drain. Now look here, we intentionally cut this right here. So it's at an angle so it actually flows better when it hits the ground. Really hits the ground. And then we got this strapped up here, that's fine. Then I got my heat duct right here. Now I got my water draining. I don't even know what to think about this. We got our water draining right here onto our dirt floor. And of course my heat duct is laying right there. So, well, I guess that's one way of doing it. And then look here at this here. I got this concrete block. This is what's actually holding up the basement. And we're going to get into some other crawl space areas later, but this was under the crazy plumbing because I had a good spot for it. But we just got a concrete block. It's been settling so long, it's half in the dirt. And then I got another wood block up on top of that, and that's supporting their home. Isn't that awesome? Okay, here we go. Now, so here we got a tailpipe here. Now this is a tailpipe extension, and what they've done here, instead of actually trying to make my make my waste arm actually tie into the wall, we put this corrugated pipe right here. And now, what's wrong with corrugated pipe? Well, one, you can see it's pretty thin looking, right? And you can see the corrugation. Well, what happens is when I got like grease, fluid, hair, barnacles, whatever coming through here, they get hung up inside of this corrugation, and that starts building up a blockage. And it's also extra thin. So this is, it's a construction fail, but it's more of like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Help me out down here at the hardware store. So they got them hooked. Hey, I guess it's for draining, at least for now. Wow. All right. So let's keep on rolling here and see what kind of craziness we come up yet. All right. Oh, look at here. We don't need no spout coming out of here. Look at that. We just pee right into there, right into the tub. Look at that. And what's funny about that is they really did leave this job, and when I inspected it to see if it was done right, that plumber said, yep, it's all done. We need our money. What about the rest of it? I guess that's all you need. I just think that's hilarious. We teased it when I was there telling the customer, that's the plumbing peeing in the tub for you. Oh, I guess of emergency, that's one thing, but they're selling their house like that. So anyway, that's crazy stuff. Let's move on down here. Oh, okay. Now here. Now, honestly, I see this all the time, and I got a lot of YouTube videos out here talking about this. Now, see this right here? This is my stack pipe. This is a vent pipe right here. Now, think of a straw. And that's how these vent pipes work. So you got the straw, and if it's got to have enough open at the top as it is at the bottom for it to drain properly. And so if you put your finger on top of the straw, then you don't get a drain, right? So this lead shield, what this is for waterproofing. We don't really use lead shields anymore. This is great. Hey, by the way, if you're a roofer, you could take them old lead shields off, sell them a brand new boot to go around that. You could take that lead, make fishing weights with it. Probably be a little smarter than what they're doing because they got this clogged off. I got called because they said, Troy, my drain's not draining properly and it's got the vent, everything's here, what is going on? Well, for heaven's sakes, folks, your roofer just half-ass, I may say, put this back on, didn't even, it's plugged up, left it, didn't even squeeze this lead back down into it so it actually get a proper flow. So it's not draining properly. Honestly, I know roofers are not plumbers, but if you're going to be messing with plumbing stuff, figure it out, right? Come on now. Like I said, you just can't make some of this up here. All right, so let's go on down here to the next one here. And bear with me here. Oh, I love this. Now, these folks here, I don't think they're real construction people that did this one because that's a Pepsi can. Real construction people would have a beer can. Yeah, which I do see a lot on some of our other shows that we're going to be doing of the construction fails. I got beer cans doing this, but they got a Pepsi can. And they make sure that this is properly braced. Now look at what this is. They even indented that Pepsi can to put right there so it'll put right in, so it'll rest right up into it. It works. It works. That's all I can say, but it's not. I don't really believe that that would be considered code compliant. Would you? Oh, you're going to love this next one. It's just even more fun. All right, well, I'm all done. Let's turn the plumbing on. Let's turn the water back on. Whoops, I forgot to solder it. Well, actually, they did solder it. They did such a poor job that it just popped off. When I came in to inspect this job, this is what I found. Only thing I can say is thank goodness there's a shut-off on it so as that they could shut the water from going up. But can you imagine if that would happen and the water all blowing up through there? This is supposed to be a done job. Honestly, what do you do with that? Don't pay them. All right, well, let's move on to some other crazy stuff here. Oh, I love this one here. See, now this one I just did this inspection on a big commercial job, and you would think, that they would have a good maintenance company, and I think that they do because they used baling wire. Look at that, baling wire. They've tied their plumbing together with baling wire. Now, it doesn't look galvanized, so it's going to rust, which is, that's crazy enough by itself, but baling wire? I guess, hey, I grew up in the country. We use baling wire for everything, especially for, forgive me, especially for our old Fords. If you didn't have a roll of baling wire, you couldn't keep your muffler on. Well, I guess you can't keep your plumbing on either if you don't have your baling wire. Baling wire. Oh, of course, there's some other things happening with this, but I just wanted to show you. That is considered by a maintenance crew a done job. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we got some more going here. Now, look here, look here. We didn't use baling wire this time. We used heavier wire, but we got it hooked up to our plumbing. Look here. And I got hooked up my plumbing. It's secured by my wiring. My wiring is securing my plumbing pipe. Now, I don't know about you, but wire, metal, wire, water, I don't think that that's a good combination. I think that, and I don't think that wire is going to secure much of anything. But wow, when I take some of these pictures, when I go through these things, and I see this, I tell the folks, I got to take a picture of this because I'm going to put together some crazy videos. You guys are going to love this. So the poor people that actually have done this work, when they see this video, they might not want to admit that too much. So anyway, that's that kind of a few odds and ends on our crazy plumbing. I hope that you enjoyed crazy plumbing. And with that being said, thank you for watching our video. I hope it's not only been educational, but entertaining. And my blessings to you all. Thank you.
Sponsored by Troy Galloway and Galloway Building Services. GallowayBuildingServices.com.